Hey internet friends, welcome back to the channel. Today we will be going over the Jack and Lilly Sullivan case, the two missing children from PICTOU, Nova Scotia. Now I have put in some little animations over here to my right, and this is going off of what Janie McKenzie, who is Daniel Martel's mother, has stated in her interviews and voice messages. She said that she found Malaya standing over in this area where the swimming pool is and the boot print. Also, she also added in that her dog does go out in this fenced in area where I have added the little dog animation over here. So that is pretty close to where the children would play in this area here. And then you have the chicken coop, which has now been painted brown. Okay, before we get started on this, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. That way you're updated when I post new videos. Stay tuned. Okay, let's take a look at the property. So that's a long driveway. And if we look in, somebody would have to walk pretty far up to grab those children. So the children would leave out of the sliding back door here. And for them to get into the driveway, like Janie said, they would have to go out through the gate right here. Now, she said that she hears everything in that RV. Okay, and then her dog obviously hears everything because she says it barks at everything when somebody even parks on the street next to the driveway. So if she actually heard the children that morning, wouldn't she have heard somebody else take them if they were abducted, per se? But I'm telling you, the RCMP don't think these children got abducted. Now, she keeps mentioning this area, like I said in the beginning of this video. Why? Why is this area so important? There was a boot print found. Malaya was standing there in the morning, per Janie, while Daniel was supposedly looking for the children. Malaya said that she called 911 the kids had been missing 20 minutes prior. And then Janie was supposedly leveling out the ground for a pool. But first we were told that she was filling potholes in the driveway. Now the driveway is pretty long to be filling potholes in. But to put a pool next to the fence where the dog goes out is just quite odd to me. So what really happened in this area? Let's listen to Janie.
Next thing you know, my dog started barking and the kids were out in the yard. Now you can see there's two swings where the kids play. My bedroom is right there. I heard the kids. This is where the kids' swings are. This is where they always played.
And so that's where
I heard them. And I can hear everything in that trailer. If two kids get out of a fence, and Jack and Lilly are all the time yelling, especially Lilly, come on, Jackie, let's go, Jackie, let's go, Jackie. It's all I hear out here. When the kids get out of the fence and come out through here, I would have heard them yelling, come on, Jackie, let's go, Jackie, let's go. I didn't hear anything. The next thing I heard is I heard Daniel yelling. He was yelling for Jack and Lilly. I didn't get up because I thought he was yelling for Jack and Lilly to get in the house. So the next thing you know, I came out of the trailer after I heard Daniel, about, I'd say, 10 minutes after I heard him, I come out of the trailer. I opened up the door, was standing here. Malaya was standing right here with Meadow on her hip. And I come out and I said, what's up? She said, Jack and Lilly are missing. I said, how long? She said, about 20 minutes.
Now, she didn't say what she heard. She heard the children playing. Okay, did she hear the children say somebody's name? Did she hear the children scream? She didn't say that. She also didn't say what made her come out of the RV to find Malaya standing there and said the children had been missing for 20 minutes. Wouldn't Daniel, her son, had knocked on her trailer door? She keeps saying, why didn't Malaya knock on my trailer? Why didn't your son knock? If the kids have been missing already for 20 minutes, that's why I'm confused. And this is a really long driveway, guys. But Malaya was supposedly standing right outside that little fence area. Now, what made Janie come out of her RV that morning? I don't know. It wasn't said. But there has been they keep pushing that the children have been abducted, that somebody took the children, or Malaya gave the children away to somebody. I think this is being said because Malaya is not saying anything at all, whether or not they were taken or something happened to them. So then I find this post. So Durwood said that Malaya walked with 3 children to the end of the driveway, okay, and came back with 1. Now, if this was the case, why wasn't there boot prints or footprints? If it had been raining, the ground would have been muddy and mucky and nasty. And if they had their boots on, wouldn't there have been footprints? Just saying. All right, in this next part that I'm going to let you listen to, I want you to play a little game. I want you to close your eyes and just listen. First, you're going to hear the interviewer. She is going to be talking about the sliding door. Then you're going to hear Janie. She corrects the interviewer on what she said. And I looked over this at first because I was watching the video and listening for the door. Now I've cut the door part out just so you can hear what the 2 women are saying. Stay tuned.
So this is the patio door.
This is the patio door
that Jack and Lilly would have.
that Jack and Lilly came out of.
So interviewer says this is the sliding door that Jack and Lilly would have came out of. Janie quickly corrects her and says did come out of. So is Janie certain? Is Daniel certain and Malaya certain that the children left out of that door? How are they so certain that the children left out of that door if the sliding door was closed and the children never closed it? Can someone please answer me that question? I'm just curious. All right, before this gets too long, I want to add one more thing.
And I said to him, I said, did you find them? He said, no. He said, you coming with me? I said, no. I said, I'm going to search this area. Because when she told me the kids were missing, you automatically think they went into the woods. That was my first instinct. So I went up and I did this whole area.
Okay, so her first instinct was to go into the woods. Why? Why? When everybody, even herself, has stated the kids would not go into the woods. She's had to carry Jack into the woods. So, why?
Woods. I had to practically carry Jack through the woods because there was no way that he was walking through all that. I cannot say they were abducted by a stranger. That's my opinion. As I said, I lived here for 26 years. I know the traffic on this road. And I brought my kids up here. And Jack and Lilly have lived here for 2 years. So I can't understand why it happened Friday after them living here for 2 years. And the way Malaya was acting, in my opinion, I feel like she knew what was going on. That's my opinion.
So, they think that the children were abducted or taken or given away, but the RCMP think completely differently. Was this blanket put there to throw the searchers off? Why though? Ask yourselves why. Why would Malaya just get her children out and hide them? I've made videos on this and I was thinking, yeah, maybe it actually happened that way, but it doesn't make sense, guys. None of it makes sense. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think in the comments below, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. That way you're updated when we post new content. Thanks for watching.